Heyo, welcome back to another video. In this one, what I wanted to talk about today was episode Aigis. So the recent trailer has finally come out and I'm really stoked for it to finally release now. I wanted to make a video about my worries for this DLC, as it was a very controversial one when it first came out, along with even when I got into the Persona series and wanted to play 3. Now, although you'll see people nowadays defend the answer, and I'm probably going to switch between episode Aigis and the answer, so bear with me, it never used to be like that, as most people would call it a subpar story as well, even just considering the gameplay is a 30-hour grind fest. Even when it came out for Fez, you didn't have controllable party members at the time. It only took, 10 years or so after the fact for there to be controllable party members, but I digress about that. To be fair, if I talk about too many things about, episode Aigis here, it's gonna spoil you for the DLC, and I'm not looking to do that. So my comms with the answer itself, it just didn't do a great enough job to express these characters out with what they are dealing with in this DLC. And I'm being non-specific here, even though most of you are spoiled for what happened to the protagonist, because this was a controversial thing within the development team for Persona as well. Now, that's what I recall reading a long time ago from an interview, but seemingly now I cannot find this interview, and I'm really sad about it, so I could just be misremembering, so I do apologize if I am wrong about that. Did he live? Did he die? See, this is where you'll find the answer. And that tension is seemingly brought upon this DLC, as everyone is quite in a scuffle here. Specifically one character in particular, you know who.
Are you stupid or something? More like stupid.
This character is the most controversial one of them all, but I digress. I don't want to talk anything too specific here, because I know it's going to spoil, but man, that new trailer actually gave me hope. I think the main thing is seeing Metis being so expressive really gives me hope that they are going in the right direction with this, because I think the one thing that episode Aigis lacked was expressive dialogue. Because the reason why I think the initial release for episode Aigis was so butchered was because they're trying to tell this story that, okay, everyone, is in this, bind, I guess, and they really don't know how to express it properly to the player. And seeing how Metis is acting and regards to Aigis, it just seems a little better in how, her model's reacting to the dialogue as well. So I'm hoping that holds true for all the other characters and giving them subtle hints as to why, they're acting as they are, and, when they come to said resolve later on, I'm hope that that's more portrayed and expressed. Regardless to say for the gameplay, I didn't personally play it, but I assume with how realistic gameplay is already, I don't really mind playing another 30 hours of it with new content, although it's still just going to be a dungeon crawler going downstairs this time. I think that, I'd actually really like Reload's gameplay enough to play through it once more. My only consideration would be, hey, why not bring some of the items that you got from that journey into the answer? Because I think that would make it seem like, okay, you got all this equipment, right? But guess what? The equipment you have isn't good enough, and you're level 30 for a reason, right? That's what I personally hope for. I don't know if you're still going to be level 30, quote unquote, in this DLC, but I think it would be nice to at least have some of the items you got from the journey in this, because then at least it shows some sort of progression from the journey to the answer, if you will. It's actually one of the things that demotivated me completely from playing the answer for Fez, because I was like, damn, I don't got any of my equipment, really? So I personally just ended up watching it, because I was like, yeah, I don't want to just start fresh and grind all what I just did, right? I know I'm gonna have to do it again, but it's just that feeling, like you made literally no progress from the journey, right? So that's just my qualms with, I guess, what I was essentially worried about. But I think I can put those worries to rest finally and just be like, okay, this is a new thing, new director. He's coming in and fixing this damn mess. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see, you know, the answer in its fully realized state and not so much, I guess, a rushed state, because if you really think about it, Persona 3 came out in 2006 and then the answer came out in 2007. They made this in a year and trying to tie up all these loose ends, and I just don't think they had enough time necessarily. But who knows, same thing could be said about this DLC, but then again, I think development started when the backlash came that the answer wasn't going to be included, so I guess we really just have to wait and see, but I'm feeling hopeful. I'm feeling great about this DLC. Season pass thing, as people in my other video corrected me on, but I'm actually feeling very confident that they're gonna do a good job this time, as everything from what I've seen with the trailers, even though they've been short and few and far between, has been relatively good. Even the environments look really nice, so I'm really excited to actually play through this and see what they do with it at the end of the day, because yeah, the answer is pretty rough when it initially came out at first. So with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and put what you think in the comments down below. I'm sorry if I came off as very vague. I just don't want to spoil anyone in particularly who hasn't played it yet. So I want to be as vague as possible as to, you know, what happens to the protagonist, for instance, or what character I'm specifically talking about, which I probably made a meme within somewhere in this video, because I think it's still funny the way she is in this DLC. It's just like, oh my god, you really hate her in the answer. I think everyone kind of got that takeaway. But anyways, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, maybe, I guess. I don't know how to end this video. It's just getting awkward now. Alright, peace, bye.